Hi guys, today I'm really want to tell you about a little about myself and show those materials with what I'm painting my miniatures. First about me. I'm nearly 50 years old woman. I find painting minis probably half years from this day. And the reason is my son. My son is very fond of board games. He works with them. He volunteers to board game evenings. He collects board games. And when they arrived from Kickstarters or other places, they look like this. Boring gray. After that, I will take Citadel primer and paint them black as night. Really black. Oops. There is a flaw. Don't leave those flaws on your miniatures. There is a flaw. After that, when I painted my miniatures, I take those little jars with kind smooth lids and with double side of duct tape. Adding my miniature to the lid. So if I paint it, it doesn't fall off, and I can paint from the bottom, I can paint from the top, I can hold it on the angle, it stays. To attend to details, I have this tool. I really like it because I can see all those little details I have to attend to. Sometimes, if I have to do some mini jobs, I have third arm too with this. My paints are coming from almost everywhere. I've got some low pigment acrylics. I have some high pigment colors. I have some cheap acrylic. I have some water solute acrylic. That's what I was starting with. After that, I'm starting to look for miniature paint, and I found Citadel. I really love that colors because they got shadows, they got pigment, base pigments, they've got dry colors, they've got almost everything miniature painter want. And even in our little Estonia, we have shop Gamers Guild that we can bought them. From the last visit on SMS of board games, my son was bring me Guild Ball games. I do really like them, but for them I got only one big problem. They are so old. I had to shake them almost my hand off. In Estonia, we also have paints of Vallejo, but I still don't test it yet, them. From my past day, I actually was having painting as a hobby. One type of my painting these. I really like small paintings. Sorry. And from that time I have terrible big amount of little brushes, big brushes, almost every kind of brushes. And one tip. If you really want to have your brush water long applicable, take your water and divide it. One for green brushes, one for yellow brushes, one for white brush, one for, I don't know, blue brush. So you don't have one very, very, very ugly water where you can't clean your brush even after a few times. Sometimes you need to clean away something you made badly. For this I use dot, and if I paint something wrong, I carefully with that dot remove that paint I don't like. If I'm ready and satisfied with my little ones, with this I almost satisfied, but I painted it yesterday and today I have to review it. I finished it with acrylic varnish. I suggest matte because then your miniatures doesn't shine and looks better. And for my tools, very important tool. After you clean your brush, please take paper, your brush, and smooth your brush hairs with paper. It's very, very important so your brush don't turn like something, I hope I found one, something like this, with very, very, very separate brush hairs, because the drawing with this you do is not neat. But if you smooth this with paper, your tip is very, very pointy and you can do very small details. It's important, especially with miniatures. To my easel, I use baking paper. because I can throw it away after I finished my works. I know some of you is using baking paper for wet palette. I'm not fond of wet palette. I really like to use my palette once, and when I'm finished my job, I'm just throwing it away. It's not very resource wasting, because that amount of colors I'm taking for my color jars is very, very little. I'm not wasting my colors. And for first did almost everything. I hope I will be able to make today one tutorial of painting Idea Doctor from Stuffed Fables, and maybe tonight he will be available on YouTube.